everyone, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you're new here. My name is BaconBearzz, where I commentate on whatever we feel like at the time. I also have a podcast that is a longer form of this content, which you can find on all your audio platforms like Spotify and things like that. If you hear my daughter in the background, that's because she is in fact in the background. Today we are going to be getting into the Colleen Ballinger apology video. I have a lot to say. I saw some pretty unhinged clips on TikTok last night, and I wanted to deep dive into the whole video. I have watched some of the video and have some thoughts, and it's interesting because I wanted to put the two videos up next to each other, so it's going to be a long one. Let's just get into it. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is kind of putting these side by side because I feel like they really need to kind of be held up next to each other, because you have the new one, which is over here, which is quite different. And then you have the old one, which I felt like was a legitimate apology. Okay. This is going to take a while because this is just going to be long. So here's what I'm going to say about this before we even get started. I think it's important to remember that Colleen, I don't want to say her name wrong. I'm not very familiar with her. I know Miranda sings. First and foremost, it's very important to remember that Colleen is an actress. All of these pauses, all of these looking into the camera, it's just, you need to remember that she's an actress.
Hey, it's been a while since you saw my face. I haven't been doing so great, so I took a little break. So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining to you. Right? You guys having fun? All aboard the toxic gossip train. You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation, the toxic gossip.
Okay, I want to address something right off the bat as well. Colleen, as an adult woman, as a mother, sitting down with a ukulele, very clearly says to me, I do not take this seriously. I don't take my accusers seriously. I don't take this apology seriously. I don't take any of this seriously. I think if she was being accused by someone at the same age range, by someone she respected, or by somebody older than her, she would not be sitting down with a little ditty on a ukulele.
Gossip train, you got a one-way ticket to manipulation station. Toxic gossip train, tie me to the tracks and harass me for my past. Cause rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash. But hey, at least you're having fun.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. Tie me to the tracks. I won't survive the crash. I'm the victim. You can tie me to the tracks. I won't survive the crash. I'm the victim. The rumors look like facts if you don't mind the gaps. So the problem that I have with that statement is there are screenshots. There are screenshots. There are videos. There are all sorts of things. If you can battle facts with facts, then just put it out there. Put the receipts out there. It's not that hard. If you have legitimate evidence to prove somebody else wrong, just put it out there.
Hi everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say.
I'm positive that her PR team right now, if she in fact has one, is putting all of their efforts into a garbage can and lighting it on fire. Also, another thing that I would like to address is down here in her description box, it says, I do not condone or support any kind of online bullying or hate towards anyone ever. And I find it interesting that that's in the description box, because there was no speaking up when people were showing relentless hate towards Adam McIntyre, which is why this whole thing came about in the first place. So let's just step back real quick and talk a little bit about Adam. Adam is kind of the reason that we're all here, right? He was the one who really started and kicked off this whole thing with the inappropriate relationship with Colleen. And inappropriate meaning in a sense that she was asking in text messages about his virginity, or sending him lingerie, or just overstepping her boundaries as an adult to a child. I know Adam took a lot of hate and a lot of heat for a long time, and there wasn't really anything from her to stop that. But now that she's receiving that hatred, all of a sudden we don't support or condone any sort of online bullying. It's just very interesting to me.
I am, and today I only want to talk about the facts.
I only want to talk about the facts. Oof. Because she's the only one that has them, right? So if you had the facts, you would have proof, yes?
So I hope that you'll be willing to listen. Here we go. Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of
sending a fan lingerie, asking them about their virginity, talking about anything sexual with people underage is in a creepy manner. I'm a 38-year-old woman. It's unacceptable. And not saying that you had any sort of interest in this person, not saying that you were trying to get something out of them. The topics of conversation at hand were completely inappropriate. And that's all you had to say. All you had to do was come on here and say, listen, I was at a time where I felt somebody was my friend. I saw them at that point in time as equal for whatever reason. And I had inappropriate conversations with them. Pulling out a ukulele and deciding through however many filters you had to decide to get to this point was a good idea. No.
of a loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be bestie.
Wait a second.
More of a loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be besties with everybody.
I wasn't trying to message them in a creepy way. It was more of a loser kind of way.
Finally came to a conclusion. It sucks and it is ridiculously embarrassing to admit this, but I think I have to, and that is that I'm desperate.
It's giving very that.
It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, you know, and there's a weird aunt there who keeps coming up to you and going like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like, "Ugh." That was me, but in group chats with my fans.
My aunt has never come up to me and asked me if I wanted underwear or if I was still a virgin. I'm just, okay.
It was weird. I've been sharing my life online for over 15 years. I've poured my heart out to you, and because of that, I feel like
I think that's important. I know you guys are going to get so annoyed. If you get so annoyed by how many times I stop this video, just leave. I don't care. I've been online for 15 years. And that tells from this video, this video to the new video, how far removed from reality Colleen is at this point.
I'm talking to my friends, but in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there. There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me.
Yes.
I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability.
So 3 years ago, she puts out this video, which is very more holding herself accountable, I feel like, than whatever this is. Also, music is very important. I want to talk to you about something. I want to talk about being a content creator, right? If you have ever made a YouTube video at any point in time and you've tried to set a different mood, right? You can go to like the YouTube playlist or whatever playlist and you can find happy, dramatic, sad, ambient, all these different musics, all these different sounds to make your audience feel a certain way. I get the vibe from a ukulele satirical. Like, that's what it's giving. It's giving very, this is fun. This is light. This is a joke. Like,
But that's not very interesting, is it? So let's go on the toxic.
So I changed my behavior and I took accountability. But that's not very interesting. So we have to make up a new narrative. And I think what she's missing, right? The whole point of this new narrative is the fact that Adam was getting a lot of heat for a long time. And Colleen kept exhibiting this behavior. And more people and more people and more people started coming out. And then when enough people say something, all of a sudden, there's an arc redemption, right? So Adam's getting his redemption right now, his redemption story, because there's other people to back up his claims. So now that he's getting this redemption arc, right? I said it wrong first. I said arc redemption, I think. But now that he's getting this redemption arc and people are seeing that he wasn't lying, people are really upset. And it's not that it's not interesting. It's the fact that you didn't change your behavior. That's what this is about.
Gossip train, the locomotive's fueled with hateful accusation.
Also, I can't get on an apology with a hook, okay?
The toxic gossip train, steamroll over someone's reputation. Toxic gossip train, hop on board but close your eyes, otherwise you'll realize that the train is made of lies, and that person you despise maybe didn't deserve to die, but hey,
Die.
at least you're having fun.
I find it interesting that she's putting words like die and not survive and things like that into this video. If she is struggling with her mental health and this is a state that she could possibly be in, then playing a ukulele on the internet is not where you should be. If that is truly a state of mind, we shouldn't be on the internet at all, okay? If that is not your state of mind and you're using words like this as a manipulation tactic, that's gross. Because you have 3.37 million subscribers on Colleen Vlogs. I don't even know how many subscribers Miranda Sings has, but I'm sure out of those 3.37 million on this channel alone, a bunch of those people deal with ideations. And this is not something that you should make light of, ever.
In all seriousness, I do think it's really important to hold people accountable for their mistakes. We should hope that everyone can learn from their mistakes and grow and change their behavior and be a better person. And this is something that I've always tried to do when I make mistakes, and it's something that I will continue to try to do. What? Oh, you don't care? Oh, okay. I thought you wanted me to take accountability.
Cringe.
But that's not the point of your mob mentality, is it? No. Your goal is to ruin the life of the person you despise while you dramatize your lies and monetize their demise. Yeah. I feel like I can already hear the comments on this video. She's gaslighting, manipulating. Oh, she's a narcissist and a rat. I would never make a mistake like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me. Bring out the daggers made from your perfect past and stab me repeatedly in my bony little back.
It's, my God, this is the secondhand embarrassment. So it's not even about the fact that everybody is mob mentality. People just want you to address the rumors, right? Or the screenshots or the videos, or they want you to really address anything. Just sit down, be a real person, not a caricature of yourself, and address these things. I think the problem, though, becomes sometimes when people get here and they get so far removed from reality and they've become a character of themselves, it's hard to just be themselves. I actually know a person like this who tries so hard to be a character of who he is that I don't even think he really knows who he is. And it's really sad, to be honest with you. And at this point, a ukulele apology is giving very, I don't know how to be a real person anymore.
I'm sure you're disappointed in my shitty little song. I know you wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry.
No, Nobody wants you to say I'm 100% in the wrong. If you have receipts and you have facts that are addressing these rumors and that can counteract what somebody else is saying, we want proof. If you want to take accountability and you want to be a better person, and you're saying that what they're saying is rumors and lies and the gossip toxic train, then prove us wrong.
I'm not going to take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made up for clout.
So prove them wrong.
Hey everybody, I found someone new to harass. She did some things that I do not like in her past. So everybody gather round, cause we're about to attack. But not based on facts, oh no. Your loaded lethal weapon is your fingers on the keys. You don't need any armor when you can hide behind a screen. So shoot me down quick, hit the click and bam. My reputation's deceased. I also wanted to take a minute to talk about that girl Miranda sings. You know the one. Yeah, her. She's PG-13. It says that on my website, and it's always been that way. And that's why you won't find my videos on the YouTube Kids app. Anyway, I didn't realize it was my responsibility to decide what was appropriate for every kid to see. I've always relied on parents to decide if they're comfortable.
That's a good point.
With their families watching my YouTube videos or coming to my live shows.
That is a great point, and I do 1%, I do 100% wholeheartedly agree with that. The content that a child consumes is up to the responsibility of the parent. Absolutely. I do agree with that. And if her stuff is PG-13 and it's off the kids app, then I also agree with that. I understand that she made a silly little character in the beginning and she didn't realize that it was going to blow up the way that it did. And now we're here. And she's right. If parents are going to buy tickets for their kids to go see a show, the parents should be aware of what's in that show. I do agree with that. However, that's not what any of this is about. So now we have a deflection route.
Some jokes and poor taste, yes.
Okay.
Have I made lots of dumb mistakes? Yes. Am I sad that there are some fans who feel betrayed? Yes. But was my intention to manipulate? No.
I believe that's what your intention is right now. Initially, no. Now, yes.
It doesn't really matter what my intention was, because it seems as though everyone's already decided on that. Let me tell you, it's not very fun to have millions of people all over the world call you the most vile, horrendous, disgusting, life-ruining words that a person can be called, in my opinion.
Interesting. I can tell you what it's like to not have any of these things, but you can also tell us what it's like from very rich, very privileged standpoint. Adam cannot. He did not have the same fan base. He did not have the same money. He did not have the same support that you have. And you still let it happen to someone who you used to consider your bestie because you were just trying to be friends in a loser sort of way, right?
It doesn't matter that these things aren't true. Everyone just believes that you are the type of person who manipulates and abuses children.
Manipulates children, yes. Abuse? I'm not sure if that was one of the accusations.
So I just wanted to say that
Also, I have to tell you from mother to mother, if I was getting accusations of child manipulation and abuse, I would be mortified. I don't even... Sitting down and playing a ukulele, I would have fact... If it wasn't true, right? I would have fact upon fact upon fact here. And y'all can cannibalize yourselves. Like...
The only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats.
Colleen! You literally just wrote a lyric about, have I made inappropriate jokes? Yes. Then followed it by, with the only two things that I've ever groomed was my two cats. This isn't comedy.
I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser who didn't understand I shouldn't respond to fans. And I'm not a predator, even though a lot of you think so.
I find it funny that she's using predator in the way that it's not intended. When anybody hears that word, they think that there was a relationship that was meaning to like be happy. When people hear that word, they inherently, right, go to an sexual relationship, right? And that's not what this was. It's not a predator in the way of that. It's predatory in the way that you were able to manipulate people who are younger than you and using a power structure to get other people to do what you wanted. But if she can prove that she's not predatory in the way that we all think, then she doesn't have to apologize.
Because 5 years ago, I made a fart joke.
And this is where the first apology video comes in. This is not about a fart joke, in fact. And this is about 5 years ago. We'll talk about it. So this is, in fact, not a fart joke. And I will let her explain what 5 years ago was that kind of got all of this started right now.
Just make me that much more passionate to help the people that my words might have hurt. These things are being brought to light because some people are upset with me for not addressing something that happened a few weeks ago. Someone had made a video saying some shocking and hurtful things about me, and a lot of you wanted me to address it, and I didn't. I didn't address it not because I was just ignoring it and hoping it would go away, but because when this person messaged me letting me know they were upset, I responded immediately. I was very shocked and confused. I expressed I didn't know what they were talking about, and I also expressed frustration that they were trying to bring my son's name into their drama. Then I received a message from this person's mother asking me to not speak his name. So I was trying to respect the mother's wishes and the parents' wishes of this 17-year-old. But it has gotten to a point where there are so many rumors and lies and speculations going around, I feel like I need to address it. I do have receipts proving the things that I'm about to tell you. However, I feel uncomfortable sharing them because he is a minor.
I feel uncomfortable sharing them because he's a minor. So cut his name out of there. Cut his name and block out all the words that you have to block out. If you have the receipts to prove the point, then prove the point.
So I'm only going to be showing you the things that were between adults or things that were already public. The biggest issue that came from his video is that I sent a child underwear, and
I sent a child underwear. Not a fart joke. And then it came out later of all the other messages that were completely inappropriate. Over here, not a fart joke.
So, even though I know this video won't change anyone's mind about me,
No, it made it worse.
I still felt it.
There was a point for redemption here, and you quite possibly made it worse.
It was important to come on here and defend myself a little and take accountability.
Where did we take accountability? Because you haven't, in the 7 minutes and 6 seconds that I have watched this video, addressed nothing. You've addressed nothing.
And I also wanted to say that to anyone out there who has ever supported me in any capacity, I really, really appreciate you. Thank you. For what it's worth, I never had any bad intentions. But I do feel like shit. The toxic gossip train.
Just stop the video.
Misinformation. Toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station. Toxic gossip train. You tied me to the tracks and harassed me for my past rumors.
You tied me to the tracks and harassed me for my past. Things that I did. Rumors. Immediately following. So here's the thing. You tied me to the tracks and harassed me for my past. Are those legitimate things that you did? Or are they rumors? Because you could very clearly and very easily clear this all up.
Look like facts when you don't mind the gaps. I won't survive in the crash, but hey,
I won't survive in the crash.
I hope you had some fun. I feel like maybe I should let you guys know something. It seems like maybe you're confused about something. I don't know. Let me try to help. Sometimes people make a mistake and it doesn't make them a horrible person.
Sure.
Whoa. Sometimes people can make a mistake and they're still a good person. Crazy, I know. Sometimes people can make a mistake and you don't have to take that mistake, oh no. And twist it up and grind it and add some lies to it and pulverize it and stab it with knives and ruin a life and oh no. Sometimes people can make a mistake. It doesn't mean you gotta send them hate, oh no.
True.
Sometimes people can make a mistake and you can kindly let them know and help them to grow.
Ugh.
Sometimes people make mistakes simply because they made a mistake. And that mistake doesn't make them a terrible human.
True.
It just makes them a human. So what do I know? Fuck me, right?
Oh, God. The little sarcastic joke at the end, the ukulele, the fact that in 10 minutes and 19 seconds, nothing was said. I have to say, I do not agree or condone or, any sort of like dog piling on someone or sending them hate or whatever. Which is interesting because I'm making this video. And the reason that I'm making this video is because Colleen has a platform, right? That a lot of us wish we could have. And as a 38-year-old woman and a mother of two myself, when you are responsible for however many millions of people that you have on the internet under Miranda Sings and Colleen Vlogs, you have a responsibility, just like you do in the regular world, for your own behavior. And when people call you out on your behavior, you do have an opportunity to make changes and you do have an opportunity to be better. And you also have an opportunity to defend yourself, and you should have that. I don't think that anybody should be sending threats or, hateful words or anything like that. But I do think that it is important when people get so out of touch with reality that they are brought back a little bit. The problem is when you are on a platform this large and you are so out of touch that you write a ukulele song as an apology, it, to the consumer, right? To the viewer, you are saying, I don't care. I don't care. This is silly. This is beneath me. I don't respect this. I don't respect any of you. I don't respect any of your thoughts or your feelings, is very much what that whole video gives. I have never been a huge fan of Miranda Sings. There have been a couple of videos that I have found very funny. Some dancing videos. My younger sister used to be into Miranda Sings, so I tried watching. And when I watched it, I'm like, this is not appropriate for my sister. And I had expressed that to my sister and expressed that to my mom. What my mom allows my sister to watch is not my business. But it's not something I would ever let my children watch. And I do agree with her in the sense that it is up to the parents of what you let your children consume. Absolutely. And if she puts out content with the proper whatever they're called, the rated G, rated PG, rated PG-13, whatever those are called, I forgot. But if they have the proper like identification on them, then she's doing her part. Behind the scenes, there should never be any interaction between someone who is in their 30s and someone who is 17. Period. There shouldn't. The receipts that Adam has been able to show, and let's play devil's advocate, okay? And let's say that Adam did doctor these messages, okay? And they are lies and they are rumors. Why wouldn't Colleen just come out and say, this is not true, this is what I have, right? Why wouldn't you just come out and be like, hey, these are all lies, let me prove you wrong? I have to tell you, if you guys go back to, Bye Sister, right? Tati comes out with her video about James Charles. James Charles comes back out with all of the receipts addressing everything that Tati says, turns it around on Tati. Now, I don't know what's true and what isn't true, but he came back and said, you have receipts? So do I. It was a very interesting turn of events. And all I'm saying is if I were personally in this situation and I knew something not to be true and I had the proper receipts, which is funny to me that she does air quotes, if I had the proper receipts, just show them. It doesn't matter the age. Block the name out, block out personal information, show the context of the text. I think this is such a slap in the face to not only Adam and all of the people who are trying to come forth with information that she has been inappropriate with people of a certain age. I think it's a slap in the face to her audience. But in a weird way, I also think it's a manipulation tactic to weaponize her audience. And that is what I find so toxic about these parasocial relationships that are online. If you have diehard fans and you can make something seem a certain way, you can unintentionally weaponize your fan base. And I don't like that at all. So what I'm going to say with this is I think it's very important to teach our kids to not idolize people that we find in the media or online. Find real idols. Know what the difference is to looking up to somebody and who's pure entertainment. And people who are trying to create content for you to consume are never your friends. They're never your friends. So that's all I have to say about that. This was a weird one. My name is BaconBearzz. If you like this, please subscribe, like, all the good things. I'll see you next time. Bye.